In this video, I'm going to show you fingerspelling. Fingerspelling is creating letters on your hands to spell out in English signs that there aren't ASL signs or words that there aren't ASL signs for. So this would include your name, often the city where you live, that kind of thing. So remember, ASL is not English, but because we live in the United States, both languages exist side by side. And so sometimes in ASL, we borrow a little bit from English. And that's what happens in fingerspelling. So the first sign here to learn is the sign for fingerspelling. If you're going to spell something out, this is how you say, I'm going to spell. So you want a 5 hand shape. On your dominant hand, put your hand down about at waist level. I'm going to put mine higher so you can see it. So the movement here is kind of tricky. So you're going to start with your pinky, then next finger, next finger, next finger, and you just rotate like that over and over and over. Only your palm faces down and you move away from yourself, away from your body. Okay, over and over and over. So it's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Start over, wiggle, 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 fingerspell. All right, so it's very important to get all of the hand shapes right when you're fingerspelling so that your fingerspelling is clear. A is like this. You don't tuck your fingers underneath. They come out in front so you can see your fingernails, and your thumb isn't sticking all the way out. It's close to you. So that's A. Now, when you fingerspell, make sure that you're not out here or over here or over here. Relax your shoulder and your elbow so that your fingerspelling is kind of close to your like your neck, your chin, shoulder area. All right. So there's A. B is this way. It's like a 4, only you close your fingers. B. C. Now C, the important thing to remember with C is that your palm faces forward. It isn't sideways, it faces forward. D is like this. It's a little bit like a number 1, only your hand is open. D, and your palm faces forward for D. It's not sideways, forward. E is like this. It can be signed so your fingers are a little closer to your thumb. Some deaf people will rest their fingers on their thumb, and some will even just rest a couple of fingers. So I sign it this way, so that's how you'll see me do it. F is the A-OK hand shape, palm facing out. G, now sometimes when you see the ASL alphabet drawn out, you'll see it pointing out the other way, but that's really just to show you that your thumb is back here. It really points that way. H is exactly the same as G, only you stick out your second finger. So there's H. I, make sure your thumb is crossed in front. I. J is just like I, that's how you start, and then you just draw a J, you dip. So you start with your palm facing, let's see, facing outwards, and then as you turn it around, your palm now faces you, J, or kind of a little sideways, J, J. Now it does not dip away from your body, it dips across your body, J. K is like a 2, but then you need to put your thumb up here on your knuckle. It's kind of an interesting hand shape. Okay, so that's K, palm away from you. Fingers are pointing up. They don't point out or anything. Point both of your fingers up. K. L, pretty straightforward. M is 3 fingers on top of your thumb, like that. M, palm facing out. N is 2 fingers over your thumb, N. O, the tricky thing to remember is not to do it sideways. Keep your palm forward for O. P is just like a K, only you drop your wrist so your fingers point down instead of up. So there's P. Q is just like G, only you point your finger straight down. That's Q. R is like crossing your fingers, but don't do it like really, really hard, just very gentle. That's R. S, you're going to tuck your fingers underneath and put your thumb in front. S. T is one finger over your thumb. T. U is like a 2, but you close your fingers. U. It's the same hand shape that we used for hard of hearing and name. That's a U hand shape. V is like a number 2. W looks like a W. For X, you want to start like it's a number 1 and then bend your finger. So that's X. Y is your thumb sticking out and your pinky sticking out. And then Z is a number 1, but you just write in the air a Z. So Z.